Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. To all the students of class 6, this is your computer teacher from IOS school. Now let's start the class, first sharing some general instruction related to the class. Don't raise hand during teaching. Ask question at the end of the teaching. Use hand free if you are using mobile and headphones for computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home tasks should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the teaching, try to join again within 5 to 10 minutes. Now, this is class 6 computer. This is class 6 computer. In this class, we will discuss chapter number 1, the computer system. We will discuss chapter number 1, computer system. All students must open your book, chapter number 1, the computer system. Now let's begin the chapter. Topics in this class, we will discuss classification of computer by size and hardware. First, classification of computer by size. On the basis of size, means on the basis of size, small, large, largest computer can classify into 5 groups. On the basis of classification, means on the basis of class size, small, large, largest, small, medium, large, the computer is classified into 5 groups or 5 types. Number 1 is mobile computer, then microcomputer, then mini computers, then number 4 mainframes computer, and at last supercomputer. These are the 5 types or 5 classification of computer by size. Mobile computer, microcomputer, mini computers, mainframe computer, and supercomputer. Now we will discuss all 5 types one by one. So first we will discuss mobile computer. Mobile computer, every student is very well aware that what is mobile computer. Most of the students use smartphones, so this belongs to mobile computer. Laptop, tablet, smartphone, PDAs and PMPs are all the types of mobile computer. Mobile computer are the smallest computer. The smallest computer is the mobile computer. It is signed to be carried around by the user. Mobile computer is very easy to take with you anywhere. Mobile computer means you can take the phone with you. It is chargeable. You can charge it and you can take it away any place with you, any place. And the examples of mobile computer are laptops. You know what is laptops or ultrabooks, netbooks, tablets, e-book reader, smartphones. Personal data assistant means you can also call it PDAs, and portable media players, that is PMPs. This is the description of mobile computer. Now move towards the next. Now these are the tablets, smartphones. Okay, what is the feature of mobile computer? That mobile computer, it is mainly touch screen. The mobile, laptop, some ultrabooks and tablet, basically in this some of our touch screen, or mostly they are touch screen. Now move towards the next type of size, that is microcomputer. A microcomputer is a smaller computer that is used by the one person at a time. Microcomputer is used by one person at a time. It is bigger than the mobile computer. The desktop computer that you see in the most offices, schools, colleges and homes and microcomputer. The same as the computer which you see in your computer lab. You are in class 6, so you visit computer lab when the school is in running. So the computer that you can see in your computer lab is called desktop computer, and desktop computer are the microcomputer. It is used by the one person at a time. The desktop computer is used in offices, school, colleges, home. Okay. Desktop computer are also called personal computer or PCs. You can also call it personal computer, and the short of personal computer is PCs. This is the picture of the desktop computer. This belongs to the microcomputer category. Now, next type, that is mini computer. Mini computer are larger than microcomputers. We have discussed microcomputer, that microcomputer is the desktop computer, and mini computer, this is larger than the microcomputer, typically being the same size of the refrigerator. Everyone has the refrigerator in their houses, so the mini computer is the same size of the refrigerator, means room refrigerator is the same size of the room refrigerator. Mini computer first appeared in 1960s. In 1980s, they got replaced by the microcomputer. First, in 1980s, it replaced by the microcomputer, means first mini computer first appeared in 1960s, means first it's start use of mini computer in 1960s, and in 1980s they got replaced by the microcomputer, which have become smaller and more powerful with time. So when microcomputer invented, so microcomputer or desktop computer are replaced by the mini computer, because microcomputer are smaller. Microcomputer is smaller in size as compared to the mini computer. Microcomputer is more powerful, said mini computer is not that much powerful. And then example of mini computer are CDC 160A, Microvax 3100, and HP 2100. So now mini computer is got replaced by the microcomputer. Now this is the picture of mini computer. Now move towards the next type, that is mainframe computer. Mainframes are big, powerful, and expensive multi-user computer. Mainframes are big. They are big in size. They are more powerful. This is expensive. Expensive means it costs much. And multi-user computer, that desktop computer, we have discussed desktop computer, that desktop computer can only used by one person at a time, but with the mainframe it is not like that. Multiple user, 2, 3, 4, 5, means multiple user can use this system at a time. They are mainly used for bulk data processing, means a large data processing. They are used for bulk data processing in large organization like governments, airlines, and banks. In the example of mainframes are IBM 4381, DEC 10, and NEC 610. These are the examples of mainframe computer. This is a multi-user computer. It is expensive, it is powerful, it is used for processing of bulk data processing. Now move towards supercomputers. Supercomputer are the biggest and most powerful computer. Supercomputer are very big in size. They are most powerful. They often occupy the whole room. If you talk about its size, supercomputer can occupy the whole room. They can process try million instructions per second. Mean this is powerful. This is fastest. It can process try millions instructions at a time. Use them for work. Government organization and large industries use them for work that requires a lot of numeric calculations, such as weather forecasting. The supercomputer is used for the weather forecasting. Example of supercomputer is IBM and Fujitsu. This is the picture of the supercomputers. See how huge is this. This can occupy the whole room. It comes in the whole room and it can process try millions instructions per second. Per second it can process try million instructions. Now move towards the next topic, that is computer hardware. The next topic after the classification of computer is hardware. Hardware, you all know what is hardware. Tangible. Tangible part means the parts of the computer which you can see and touch. आप जिन पार्ट्स को टच कर सकते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड हार्डवेयर. इट इज टेंजिबल और फिजिकल पार्ट ऑफ द कंप्यूटर. Computer hardware is the collection of all the parts you can physically touch. The parts of the computer which you can see and which you can touch is called hardware. Okay. Now hardware, the physical components of a computer that we can see and touch are hardware. Example of hardware are input and output devices, means input and all the input and all the output devices are the hardware. All the storage devices, means which are used to store data, are all are hardware. And central processing unit, means CPU, is also called the hardware because you can see and you can touch, you can feel all the parts. So this all belongs to the hardware. Okay, now we will discuss input and output devices first. Now hardware are classified into further two types, that is input devices and output devices. Input devices, barcode reader, magnetic ink character reader, optical mark reader, card reader, optical mark reader. And output devices are liquid crystal display, LCD, braille printer, plotter. Now these are the types of input devices and these are the types or example of output devices. Now first we will discuss what is input devices. Input devices accept input from the user and convert it into a form that the computer can understand. Means input devices accept input from the user. We are the user. The input devices accept input from the user and convert it into a form that computer can understand. Means input devices conveys our messages to the computer. Okay, and it convert our messages into the form that computer can understand. Supermarket, banks, etc. use various input devices to collect large amount of data rapidly. Such devices include barcode reader, magnetic ink character reader, optical character readers, and card readers. Now we will discuss output devices. What are output devices? Output devices conveys information from the computer to the user. Mean first we input data and then computer process the data and give its output. Okay, so output conveys information from the computer to the user. And the types of output devices are liquid crystal display, or we call it LCDs. Most of the students have LCDs in their house. Braille printer. Now this is the special device we will discuss what is braille printer, and then plotter. Now we will discuss input devices. Input devices, we have discussed its definition and we have discussed its example. I repeat, input devices accept input from the user and convert it to a form that computer can understand. Example of input devices: supermarket, banks use specialized input devices to collect large amount of data rapidly. Such devices are barcode reader, card reader. Barcode reader. Okay, when you visit the grocery stores, like very popular today is Imtiaz, Savers. So when you purchase all the thing, so when you visit the cash counter, so you see a unique device. You see a unique devices. The cashier is just swap the machine, swap the product on that, and the computer shows the product name. So what it swap? It swap the product code. What is barcode reader? Is a device that read the barcode. And what is barcode? A barcode is a unique combination of vertical bars that represent product information such as price and place of manufacturer. जस्ट टर्न द बुक, जस्ट टर्न द बुक एट इन द लास्ट। आप बुक अपनी बंद करें और लास्ट में देखें, आपको ब्लैक ब्लैक लाइंस नजर आएंगी। सम आर थिन, सम आर थिक, सम आर जस्ट सिंगल लाइंस। तो दिस इज कॉल्ड द बार कोड। दिस इज द बार कोड एंड द डिवाइस that can read this barcode is called barcode reader. Okay, what are hidden in these lines? These lines, this is the code, means each line is a code that may be price, maybe the name of the product, maybe the place where they manufacture, and much more things. The cashier uses to scan the barcode on each purchased item. So you may have seen barcode on product like grocery items and clothes. आप barcode देखते हैं grocery items पे and clothes पर. You can also see this barcode in your book at the end. Now this is the picture of barcode. Barcode. This is the barcode reader, and this is the barcode. This is barcode. This is barcode reader. This is the device that can read these code, these lines, and these lines are having code like price, place of manufacture, or the product name. You can see this thing in the grocery stores, as I've mentioned, Savers and Taz, and these are the supermarkets which are used the barcode reader to scan the code. It is very it is very easy to make the bills. It saves your time. Now, magnetic ink character reader, MICR. MICR is a special ink that contain magnetic particles of iron oxide. It can scan character printed in the magnetic ink. This technique is called magnetic ink character recognition. It is used extensively in the bank. MICR, magnetic ink character reader, is a special ink that contain magnetic particles of iron oxide. It can scan characters printed in the magnetic ink. This technique is called magnetic ink character recognition. It is used, this technique, that magnetic ink character reader, is used in the banks. This technique is called magnetic ink character reader. MICR is extensively used in banks because magnetic ink character are difficult to forge. This make them ideal for marking and identifying checks. Means this ink is made unique to identify the checks. Checks usually have the check number, bank code, and branch code printed in the magnetic ink. This information is scanned by the magnetic ink character reader and the check and the sorted city-wise or branch-wise. Now this is the device, magnetic ink character reader, the device that can read magnetic ink particle. Now, optical character reader. It is device to input normal printed or handwritten. First produces the digital image. Optical character reader. An optical character reader is a device used to input normal printed or handwritten text. It first produces a digital image of the text. Then character recognition software is used to convert this image into character codes that can be understood, stored, and processed by the computer. This technique is called optical character recognition. Okay, students, get it? It is a device that printed normal handwritten text. Now move towards the next device, that is optical mark reader, or in short we can call it OMR. OMR, and OMR is a device capable of reading printed forms used for the objective type exam with boxes or circle that can be filled with the dark pencils or ink. It is commonly used for checking answer sheets for exams. Now, an optical mark is a device capable of reading printed form used for objective type exam with boxes or circle. Means, now this is device used to check MCQ type paper. One questionnaire is given and one code sheet is given A, B, C, D. whatever the correct answer you will fill the that option A, B, C, and then after attempting all the MCQs, these sheets then uh, checked by the optical mark reader. The sheet is called OMR sheet. This is the student can shade all the correct options, and then optical mark reader can check this sheet. So this is the technology commonly used for checking of MCQ type paper. Now card reader, it is used for reading information stored on cards such as magnetic strip card and smart cards. Information in the form of numbers and character is magnetically stored on the magnetic strip. The smart card looks like a magnetic strip card but contain a small chip instead of a magnetic strip. It can read and write data on a card. So this is the smart card, this is the chip. This is the chip and it can store a large amount of data. It is used for reading information in the form of numbers and characters. Smart card look like a magnetic strip card, but there is no magnetic line over here. It has a small chip and it can read and write data. A smart card look like a magnetic strip card but contain a small chip instead of a magnetic strip. They can store more data than magnetic strip. A smart card reader can read and write data on the card. Petrol companies and department stores use smart card to keep the track of the customer's shopping history. Satellite television companies use smart cards in the receivers to store the code that is used to decode satellite signals and displayed pictures. Now, this is card reader. Now, output devices conveys information from computer to user. We have discussed output devices in earlier slide, that output devices, when you just input the data, computer process it and give the output, and output conveys the information to us. So the output devices, in this chapter we will discuss printer, plotter, LCD. Printer, plotter and LCDs. Now number was liquid crystal display, LCD. L stands for liquid, C stands for crystal, D stands for display. A LCD projector shows the output from a computer on a large screen. It is commonly used for displaying presentation during meetings and conferences. Okay, a liquid crystal display LCD. Now most of the you see the monitors, now it is replaced by the LCD technology. It is also the monitor or a screen, but it uses liquid crystal display. And the now most latest version is LED, light emitted diode. This is the liquid crystal display. It shows the output of the computer on a large screen. It is commonly used for displaying presentation during meeting and conferences. Now this is the picture of LCD or LCD projector. A LCD crystal projector displays the output for a computer on a large screen. This is LCD, and in LCD projector displays the output on the large screen, commonly used for displaying the presentation during meetings and conferences. This is the LCD, and the LCD projector is different device. You can see the LCD projector device in your book. It can show your display of LCD on the large screen. Now next is braille printer. A braille printer or embosser. Embosser means ubhra hua. Embosser means which you can feel. A braille printer or embosser produces braille printout of computer file. Okay, I have told you what is braille printer. In previous we have discussed normal printer. That is, normal printer is for those the people who can see. I can see any printout. You all the students are Allah has given you power to see. So the normal printer are for you. You can see normal printouts. But for the students or for the people who can't see, they use braille printer. जो लोग नहीं देख सकते उनके लिए होता है हमारे पास ब्रेल प्रिंटर. जो नॉर्मल हमारे पास इंक में प्रिंट होता है वो हम सब देख सकते हैं, तो हम सब पढ़ सकते हैं. बट द पीपल हु कांट सी, तो ये दे यूज ब्रेल प्रिंटर. उसमें प्रिंट आउट हमारे पास इम्बोज्ड वे में होता है, मीन्स उभरा हुआ होता है. उसमें हमारे पास जो प्रिंट आउट होता है वो उभरा हुआ होता है कि जिसको जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो दे कैन फील इट एंड रीड इट और अंडरस्टैंड इट. तो अ ब्रेल प्रिंटर और बोस प्रोड्यूसेस ब्रेल प्रिंटआउट्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर फाइल्स. मीन्स इट गिव्स ब्रेल आउटपुट embossed उभरा हुआ प्रिंट आउट टू read or understand by the students who can't see. It works with the software that translate text into braille. The braille printers work on the software that it convert text, means normal text, normal language, into braille. Braille means embossed ubhra hua, to understand by the those people who can't see. Okay, now this is the device that is called braille printer, which gives the embossed printout for the people who can't see. Now, the next device is the plotter. A plotter is a printing device that is used for creating high quality graphics, graphs, chart, tables, diagram. Plotter use ink pens or inkjets to create graphics on a paper or a polyester film. They are commonly used in the computer design CAD, computer aided design, and computer aided manufacturing CAM, for printing out plans for houses, car parts, machineries, and so on. Plotter are of four types: drum plotter, micrographic plotter, inkjet plotter, and flatbed plotter. Okay, plotter is also the printing device. It is used for creating high quality graphics, chart, graphs, tables, and diagrams. The diagram you can see in your book, it can, when you need in the high quality graphics, so you can take printout by the plotter. Plotter use ink pens or inkjet to create graphics on paper or polyester film. Now that's this about the plotter. Now we will discuss about the software. The hardware topic is done. Now the software. Okay, the term software refers to the computer program that are needed for running or operating a computer system. Okay, software, you can see software, but you can't touch software. You can just see software. A program is a sequence of step-by-step instructions to perform a particular task. The term software refers to the computer program that are needed for running or operating a computer system. Okay, softwares are of two types: system software and application software. System softwares, that is necessary, the software that is necessary to run the systems. And application software, it's according to your choice, as it is according to your choice, your need. Application software is designed to help user to certain type of work. Now, system software are operating systems, interpreter, compiler, drivers, assembler. These are the types of system software, means operating system, interpreter, compilers, drivers, and assembler are the system software. Okay, what is operating system? A master control program that runs the computer is the operating system. Interpreter, a program that reads source code one line at a time, translate it into machine language, and execute it. Compiler, a program that translates a high-level language program into machine language program. Drivers and assembler. Assembler, a program that translate an assembly language program into machine language. And the drivers, a driver is a computer program that enables the computer to interact with other hardware devices such as printer, a pen drive, and so on. We will discuss all this in the next class. This is just an overview or a flow chart of the software. And then application software are classified into two: package and utility. So what is package? A computer application consisting of one or more program to do the particular type of work. And utility, a program designed to perform maintenance work on a system or the system components. Now this is just the overview of the software. That first, software are classified into two main types: system software and application software. System software are further classified into five types: operating system, interpreter, compiler, drivers, and assemblers. And application software are further classified into two: packages and utilities. Now, students, that's it. The content is enough for today's class. Now, note down the home task as this is your first class. So, first, you will take out the computer copy from the course. There is the format given at the outer face sheet. Fill that outer face sheet with the black permanent marker. First, fill the outer face sheet with the black permanent marker, and it is compulsory to use black permanent marker, and then cover the copy with the transparent plastic sheet. Then you will make inner face sheet. You will make inner face sheet by the black pointer or ink pen by writing name, your class, your roll number, subject, subject teacher name, and class teacher name. Then you after filling the outer face sheet and covering, you will make the inner face sheet by writing all these name, class, roll number, subject teacher, and class teacher. Then on next page you will make the title page. Midterm, you will make the title page of midterm May to November 2021 and to 2022. Just write it simply. Then on next page you will make the unit title page, that is unit number 1, the computer system. You will write starting date 27 5-21 and ending date. Leave the space for an ending date. When we end the chapter, I will fill this date. Okay. Now on next page, now first take the screenshot of the home task. It is very important to take the screenshot. Midterm, you will make the title page of the midterm, no first term. Midterm, you will make the title page of the midterm May to November. Write the duration May to November and the year 2021 to 2022, and then you will make the title page of the unit computer system starting date and the ending date. So this is the basic how you will maintain your copy. Now the home task is, first you'll have to read the book pages 1 to 6, means you will read page number 1 2 3 4 5 6 in detail, and then you will frame 20 MCQs from the taught topics and do in your fair copies. You will have to frame 20 MCQs from the taught topics and do in your fair copy. After this title page, first you will do the MCQs and MCQs from the taught topics. Make 20 MCQs and do in your fair copies. Okay, students, take the screenshot of home task. Now that's it for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.